Wait, do you ever feel that you know English, but you don't sound natural or confident while you're speaking? You do end up greeting and meeting people, but how are you is the only phrase you use. You don't have any other alternative phrases? Well, then this lesson is just for you. Go ahead and learn all the natural phrases that I will offer in this lesson. And trust me, by the end of this, you will feel more confident and natural in your communication. Let's begin. Part 1 is reserved for greetings. When you meet people, what are the different ways in which you can interact with them and sound very, very organic in your communication? Let's learn, let's begin. Well, part 1, greetings. If you want to use the usual way, that is, how are you? But the replacement is the more natural way, how's it going? Hey Seema, how's it going? Phrase 2, are you busy these days? A more natural way. What's been keeping you busy? Phrase 3. Nice to meet you. Very basic. Hey, good to see you, Seema. That's more natural. It's been such a long time. How are you? Well, that's phrase 4 for you. Instead, you could say a more natural one. Long time no see. It's great catching up, Seema. Long time no see. If you want to figure out what's keeping people busy, you could use the next phrase. What have you been up to? A great phrase to use. Instead of saying, the basic one, what's, uh, going on in your life, or, what's uh, keeping you busy. Instead of that, you could say, what have you been up to? When you're greeting someone and, possibly you unexpectedly met them, you were not, it was not a planned meeting. You could even say, fancy seeing you here, which is a great phrase to use, a natural phrase to use instead of saying the usual one, that, oh, I didn't expect to see you here. Instead, fancy seeing you here, Seema, sounds very organic. When something has, not happened for a long time, a natural phrase to use is, it's been ages. The usual one is, it's been so long. Instead, you could say, it's been ages. It's kind of an exaggeration, but definitely sounds very, very impressive. It's been ages since we, had lunch together. Why don't, we head out and grab a quick bite or something? So it's been ages. Part 2 pertains to starting conversations. So, for instance, you want to, start a conversation, you could use the phrase, guess what? Guess what? I started a new venture. Great conversation starter. Guess what? When you're sharing something incredible, possibly, something no one would believe, you could start by saying that out loud. You know, uh, you won't believe I met Seema and she's lost 10 kgs in the last 4 months. So you won't believe this. Great conversation starter. If you want to quickly say something before you forget, that reminds me is a great conversation starter. You know, instead of waiting to finish what you are discussing, you know, you could interject by saying, that reminds me, or that reminds me before I forget, I have to leave, in the next 10 minutes. So that's a great way to possibly interject and say before you forget something. That reminds. If there is a thought which is nagging you, a persistent thought, you want to know something, you're curious, this phrase works brilliantly well in that context. You could ask, I've been meaning to ask you. This is a very organic phrase. Okay, instead of saying a usual one, I wanted to know, that's so plain vanilla. Opt for, I've been meaning to ask you. Part 3 is for something that helps you carry the conversation forward. Daily conversation is not just about starting a conversation with phrases like, I've been meaning to ask you, or greeting people. It is much more than that. You have to give responses. You have to find, people should feel that you're engaged and you're a part of the conversation. So if you want to sound interested, these are some great phrases to use as responses so that that helps keep the conversation going. For example, if someone shares an interesting tidbit, you could say, really? Okay, really is a great way to say that you're interested, you want to know more. If someone shares something out loud which you feel, is an interesting tidbit, and you want to express that, you couldn't really believe your ears, you could say, no way. No way is definitely, something that helps you take the conversation forward, because you have also responded by saying that piece of information was something you refuse to believe. No way that is true. Okay, so no way. Great way to keep the conversation going. When you want to sound as if you're interested, you're engaged, you are very much a part of the conversation, and you feel like acknowledging the other person's sentiment, you could also say, that makes sense. If someone is telling you, for instance, that they've been working from home because, they have to juggle a career, they have to juggle their child, and, they are expressing their inability to work from office, then you could acknowledge and say, that makes sense. In the momentum when you are engaged in a conversation, engrossed in a conversation, you could even use a phrase, a very natural phrase, good point. Good point essentially means you're acknowledging that you like what you hear and you are interested. So it's a very organic phrase to use. Highly recommend it. Good point. Everyday responses. This is great for WhatsApp. It's even fantastic when you're interacting face to face. Okay. So something like sounds good is more like yes, indeed. Okay. So you could respond by saying sounds good. Yeah, let's catch up at 5 p.m. Sounds good. If you're comfortable with the option suggested, works for me is a great phrase to use. If someone says, let's all meet at the restaurant and from there we could head out, for an after party. So then you could say, works for me because you're in and you're comfortable. I'm in. Even that's a great phrase to use. I'm in, or count me in, or works for me. In fact, I give you three fantastic phrases to use. I'm in, count me in, or works for me. When you're totally in sync with someone, instead of saying yes, of course, you could say, why not? Okay. So if someone asks you that, are you comfortable traveling all by yourself? So you could say yes, of course. But instead, the more appropriate one would be, why not? Okay. That's a great everyday phrase. When something doesn't work for you this time, a casual conversational phrase to use is maybe next time. Not this time, dear. It won't work for me. Maybe next time. So, maybe next time is a sign of positivity. It indicates that you're, you know, definitely in and you're going to do it. Maybe next time. Ending conversations. This segment is about how to bring conversations to a closure and gracefully exit the conversation. One of the phrases which is organic and extremely user friendly, you could use this phrase, I'll get going, okay? Or, I have to get going now. So you're indicating a compulsion, which means you spend considerable time together and now you need to leave. So I'll get going now, or I have to get going now. Great phrase to use. When you want to acknowledge that it was fantastic meeting the person who had a lovely time, you could end the conversation by saying, it was great catching up. It was great catching up indicates that you had a fantastic time with the person. If you've spoken at length, yet something remains pending to be discussed, you could say, talk to you soon. You have to leave the conversation now, but definitely you're making a promise to connect again. So, talk to you soon is a great phrase to use when you're temporarily exiting the conversation, but you intend to catch up. If your goal is to be fluent in English, if your goal is to sound natural and confident in English communication, then subscribe to my channel English Excellence with Chaya. Watch these daily doses of lessons that we share with you. And yes, practice it little by little. And most definitely, you should keep your notifications on to watch out for our new lessons in this segment. Having said that, happy learning at English Excellence with Chaya. And yes, until next time, keep watching, keep learning.